The return of Gen Z. This is like a movie, there's part 1, part 2, part 3, and we have only witnessed part 1 of the Gen Z of Kenya. If you were there, or if you are watching news, or if you came across what happened in 2024, the Gen Z protest against finance bill 2024, it was called Anti-Financial Bill 2024. The youths came out in large numbers and occupied the Parliament of Kenya. Now, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry I started at a point where, but good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to my YouTube space. Now, the video I'm going to talk today is about what's happening in 254 in Kenya. And it's not only in Kenya. This is a thing that's happening in the whole of Africa, because the situation of Kenya is like the situation in Ghana, Nigeria, it's like the situation in Tanzania, Uganda, and any other African country, because a lot of these African leaders are the same. Now, let me put you straight. Right now, we have a situation where William Ruto is going around churches and donating huge amount of money, millions and millions of money. That's not the problem. He is giving out tithes and, it's not a problem at all. It's giving it to the God, as they say, giving to the Lord. But the problem is, he's giving out millions to churches, but people are suffering in hospitals. There's no medicines. In schools, there's no teachers. Some schools, some children are learning under the tree. So the youths are wondering, or the people of Kenya, most of them, we are wondering at large, why is he not using this money to take care of the children who are learning under the tree? Why is he not using this money to build boreholes in some areas where people does not have water? Okay, he's taking this money to churches and these churches, they have already been built, So the Gen Z have said the church that William Ruto gave the 20 million or 120 million shillings, they are going to occupy it. Good thing. I support it. Even though maybe it's not the right way to follow, but it is crazy. Now, the reason why there is the return of Gen Z in Kenya is because Ruto has not kept his promises. And one of his promises is that no any political leader or no any government leader, or we say, there's this name they call, he will donate or she will give money to churches. No any public service employee will give just money anyhowly. Okay, if you are giving money reasonable, like you are earning a salary of 500,000 and you are giving 10,000, 50,000, it's acceptable. But you are earning a salary of 1 million shillings and you are giving away 20 million shillings. Where does this money come from? And you have not declared your wealth to us. And that's the questions that Gen Zs are asking. Now, that's not the situation of Kenya alone. It's the situation of the whole of Africa. African people are suffering because of these religions. Some corrupt leaders have hid themselves into churches. Some pastors are supporting these corrupt leaders. So it is sad that the people who we think they're gonna help us, or the pastors and the preachers who we as the people need to run to them for assistance, they are the one who are killing us softly. So this is paining, and that's why there is a return of Gen Z. That's why there is a return of Occupy, Occupy, Occupy. It's not that I'm supporting this move, but I'm supporting the youths that are waking up and to know that they are being lied to. I'm supporting those youths who can call accountable a leader. I'm supporting those youths who are capable or have the mind, or they are learned enough to know that here we have a problem. Okay? So it is so sad to see that churches are in alignment with corruption. Churches are in alignment with the political leaders. And it's very evident that Even in the Bible, I think, if I'm not wrong, religion is like light. Politics is like dark. They do not mix. Once you see religion mixing with politics, that religion is fake. Yeah. A religion is an independent institution that need to overlook what the government is doing, need to condemn the bad thing the government has done. But there's a leader who stood and said he's so happy there is a pastor who is a yes man to the president, and he was urging each and every pastor in Kenya to follow his footsteps of being a yes man. For us to eradicate corruption in Kenya, for us to end corruption in Kenya, religions or churches or Muslims, they should not align themselves with these political states. Because we as the people, we know, or we have been told that a church is a corruption-free zone. A church is a place where good people goes. A church is a place where good people come out. But we cannot have killers in churches on the pulpits. We cannot have thieves on the pulpits. We cannot have the pulpits in the name of giving. Okay? Because most of our political leaders are corrupt. Most of them are killers. I don't know. I've not say William Ruto is a good guy. Personally, I've known William Ruto for a long time, and he has been donating to churches around 20 to 25 years down the line. The first time I saw William Ruto with my bare eyes, like this, William Ruto, you are here, I'm here. I was like in class 2, class 3. He was the member of parliament in some constitution there in Uasin Gishu, and he was donating money to a church called SDA, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, if President William Ruto, you are watching this video, you know, you can remember, you are donating money to a church called SDA somewhere in Huruma, yeah, if I'm not wrong, Shauri. And I have known Ruto being a man of giving to churches, and he knows the secrets of giving to churches. Maybe. And I'm not against him giving to church, but give to church reasonable amount that even Kenyans will not start doubting. Give to church from your own pocket amount of money that poor Kenyans and those who are dying in beds because they lack medicine, and those who are dying in beds because of hunger and poverty and everything, not to see it as a mockery. Because what you are doing right now is mocking Kenyans, is mocking poor Kenyans. And again, I've seen the church has said youths to go to church, register themselves because there is abroad work. They are going to look jobs for them. That's bullshit. I don't believe that. But sometimes leaders can do some good things and we will appreciate. There's some good things maybe William Ruto have done, and if there is, I will appreciate that. But we are talking about this church money, scandals, scams, propaganda, and everything in the name of giving to God. If you want to give to God, the children in Turkana, build school for them. If you want to give to God, poor kids who are dying of hunger somewhere in Western or Eastern or Northern Hemisphere, give them food. If you want to give to God, help us eradicate poverty. We are ashamed the devil by doing that. But this of giving money to churches, it is like mocking people. And even the pastors who are receiving this money, why are they doing this? Now, the Gen Z are saying that they are coming back to occupy these churches. They are going to occupy the church called Jesus Winners. I don't know if they will succeed occupying it, but I pray if it will happen to be peaceful, so that these pastors or these preachers could see that we are peaceful, but they are at wrong. Let it not be chaos and everything. Let's not lose lives. I know in the line of independence and liberation, we have to lose lives. But on this matter, leaders, church leaders, let's not arrive at a place where youths are being tear gassed, youths are losing life because of this money you have been given to church. That will be evil money. Now, the return of Gen Z is here. It happened, and a lot of African countries are going through the same problem. A lot of African countries are facing corruption. A lot of African countries are being blinded by religions. A lot of African countries are going down and down because of corrupt pastors or corrupt politicians, corrupt church leaders. A lot of African countries are sinking into poverty because of these religion beliefs, and which are wrong. If you are believing in God, then believe in the true God. They're believing in some things that we do not understand. Personally, I do not understand. But at the end of the day, the youths, we have to wake up. You'll ask me, what should we do? The youths, we have to wake up. Learn your constitution, learn the laws of the country, take political positions. Let's fight for political positions so that we can change this. And not only Gen Zs or youths, but everyone who is living under this roof of Africa, this roof of the world, everyone who is facing hardship under these African countries, let's wake up and speak. That's the only way we can. There is some things that will happen if a church is engaged in this political corruption and everything, because it's evident that church is the guidance of a lot of places, because that's how we believe. The church, the head, we believe that. And whenever there is church, we see hope. That's how a lot of people believe. Now, if the church became corrupt, or if a church become corrupt, there's a number of things can happen. A church that engages into political corruption, such as endorsing unethical leaders, misusing funds, or engaging in favoritism, loses its credibility as a moral and spiritual guide. People may see it as just many corrupt institutions rather than a place of faith and righteousness. And I'm urging these leaders, pastors, the church leaders, if you want to protect the reputation of your church, please, these few days or until 2025, avoid President William Ruto at any cost. If you wanna restore, or if you wanna protect the reputation of your church, avoid William Ruto at any cost. Don't invite him. We have not said that you don't love him or don't vote for him, but just avoid him coming to your church, because right now, a lot of people are not happy with William Ruto. Truth to be said, a lot of people are not happy with President William Ruto. Numbers came just the other day, is the first most corrupt leader in Africa and the second most corrupt leader in the world. And that shows automatically that people does not love this guy, or people does not have or does not believe in him. Okay, so if you are a pastor and you want your people to have faith in what you're preaching and knows that there is God and everything, avoid William Ruto. Or if you wanna be the messenger of God, tell us the truth about the president. Tell us the truth about what's going on. If he's good, tell us it's good, but call a spade a spade. I've had me church leaders. I know maybe you are hearing this video or you don't hear the messages, but to protect your reputation, call a spade a spade. Another thing that may happen if a church become corrupt and engage itself into politics, political corruption can create divisions within congregation, as some members may support the church political stance while others oppose it. This can lead to internal conflicts, reduce attendance, and even splinter groups forming a separate congregation. That's right. When a church supports William Ruto and there's some members there who does not support him, it's become a division. Now you are dividing the faith, because these things go hand in hand. This man who is in church is praying, yes, but he is voting too. He has feelings too. He knows who is better as a leader. There's a leader who has done something bad to him and he does not love him. He just wants him to go home and to choose another leader. But if the church or the pastor is endorsing this leader, this politician to him, it's a disaster. We are losing members. So it can cause confusion in religions. Yeah, no, I see people opening a lot of churches and they think it's good. But personally, I don't think if that one is good, because when there's a division in a church and one pastor's gone and open his own church and the other one, these people are not going on good terms. Even they don't talk. So the division is real. Now, politicians and elites may use church as a tool to manipulate followers, secure votes, or push policies that serve their interests rather than the public good. When William Ruto stands to the pulpit, he says like this: I'm going to build these houses. I'm going to, housing, levy, and share the money, So they are using the church to push their agenda, and the church congregation will just clap. They won't say this is bad. When he's talk about the they will clap. When he talk about their housing project, they will clap. So it is hard, or it is easy for a bad leader to get votes. It's easy for a bad policy to be pushed forward. It's easy for it is manipulative. It is manipulative. When people see religious institution acting corruptly, it weakens public trust in both religion and politics. That's what's happening right now. We are losing trust in Jesus and winners. We are losing trust in some churches. We are losing trust in these pastors. We are losing trust in everyone who is engaging himself with politics. Now, throughout history, corruption and religious institution has played a role in oppressive regime, colonial exploitation, and political power struggle. During colonization, religion was used. During corruption, religion is used. During this, Ruto and something corruption is used. So please, church leaders, it is time for you to decide whether you are serving God or you are serving the puppets. And we take votes, we go vote. If really vote usually count. I don't think if votes count, but sometimes it helps. Tell me what you think on the comment section. Do you think the return of Gen Z will be of help? Or do you think William Ruto and the church leaders, they're mocking us? Tell me what you think. Okay? Until next episode, peace out.